So guys, this is my first sort of flight off the edge of a cliff. Beachy Head being one of them, pretty high. Um, Before anybody says anything, basically the cliff isn't straight down in a lot of places, so you can actually still stay within a 120-meter range or height limit without actually breaking any laws, which is what I was doing. As you can see there, the cliff below me is it hangs out quite a long way, so I'm nowhere near the 120 meters. If I was to move out over the sea, that's when I'd be breaking any laws. But also, the opportunity there is to go down. Obviously, drop the drone down a lot further, so I'm within the 120 meters. That is the sort of the only way of doing it, really. It's either that or take off from the bottom and fly up to a point where you get to 120 meters. But anyway, it's quite a scary thing to do. I was always worried about updrafts, sudden pockets of air that obviously aren't there, so the drone might fall a little bit. But yeah, it's just a case of taking a brave pill and just putting it out there. The um, the drone absolutely performed brilliantly. There was a bit of a breeze, but it wasn't too bad. And it was more, I think, the fact that you just might, in your brain, you're thinking, what happens if it just falls out of the sky? I mean, you've lost it at the end of the day. And that could happen anywhere in reality. So yeah, it's just a case of you know just do it, be sensible, and just don't take any silly risks, like get too close to the cliff, for example, itself. Um, So yeah. Anyway, it was one of those things. That was like, well, I'm glad I've done it, so I won't be quite as edgy next time as such. And yeah, just basically flew around a little bit more. There's a couple of cyclists there. And yeah, the mist was rolling in a little bit, so the cloud wasn't particularly high. And as you can see, I've taken off again for Nick's battery, and just had the camera in auto. I didn't set it up for anything. I wasn't really thinking about um, filming as such in reality. But here's the path. If you've watched my other video where I almost died being blown off the footpath and everything, it was so stormy, and I wish I'd never done it. This is the path I was walking down, and I got to the memorial area, which was there, as you can see. The cliff edge isn't anywhere near. It was more the fact that the hill to the left was really steep and very high. So yeah, anyway, flew around here. It was actually, the sea colour was actually beautiful. Um, Considering it wasn't particularly sunny or anything like that, the watercolour and everything was really nice. Cadence, they're a little sort of hot food and drinks place. Really good toasties, by the way. So if you're up there, go and grab one. Coffees, hot chocolates, and stuff like that. Yeah, and then just flew across the fields. And I kept one battery, and you'll see why in a minute. But just having a look across there, because I've never actually flown across there. I've been up there hundreds and hundreds of times before, but never actually flown inland, because you're more concentrating on the cliffs and the sea view all the time. And I thought, oh, I'll just fly around here and have a look, because you can see where people have walked, animals have walked, and just the way the contours of the land and everything was changing. So it was a little bit interesting. And there's the pub there in the distance, and the toilet. If you need a toilet, there you go, men and women's. And that's the car park, or one of them. So yeah, it was a case of just basically bumming around, just flying around really. So yeah, it was like you see, the view in the distance isn't particularly great because the visibility wasn't amazing. But there, that's the hill I was kind of being blown towards when I was up there last time, when it was really really windy. It was like 85-mile-an-hour gusts, and it was interesting, that's for sure. So yeah. Anyway, I left Eastbourne and went via Hurstman Zoo. Not actually Hurstman Zoo Village, but Hurstman Zoo Castle and the observatory. You've got the castle in the distance there. You can just about see it's got scaffolding up at the moment because they're having a load of works to stop it falling down. But you've got this old telescope. Well, there's no telescope in there, but the old observatory. And people have been in there. There's actually quite a few videos on YouTube. If I can find one, I'll put a link in the description so you can have a watch. It's quite interesting inside. It shows you where the people have been in there and had them explore and everything. But you can see in the distance there, that's the science centre, which is obviously some more of the observatory. but apparently it's going to be closing. So because their lease has run out or something. Anyway, very sad, but it's kind of a cool building. This is one of the places I've always wanted to fly around, and I just thought, you know what, I've got one battery left, I might as well do it. And I was stood just the other side of the trees to your right. In fact, you can see my car just in the distance there. And the Mini 4 Pro acted perfectly. Even when I was quite low down to the top of the trees, it did almost lose signal once. But that was, I was pushing my luck a little bit. But it never actually went. It just went into the red for a few moments, and then I just carried on moving, and it came back again. So just one little blank spot there, and yeah, it was good. Bit of a vertical shooting, and just bringing back over. Just such a cool building. Imagine making that into a house or something. It'd be awesome. But I imagine it's probably full of asbestos and stuff like that. So there's a castle in the distance. As you can see on the left-hand side of the building, there is scaffolding, and there's the observatory building there, one of them. So just flying back now, and then back to land by the car. But yeah, it was one of those things. It was a case of flying off the cliff was one of those things. It's one of those little bit of anxiety of like, oh, do I do it? Do I do it? Because you just don't know how the drone's going to react and stuff like that. And to be honest, it was absolutely fine. So even though I've been flying drones for years, yeah, it basically has taken me till now to sort of take the brave pill to actually do it. Even though I've seen others do it and things like that. So I thought, well, okay, let's do it. So yeah, glad I did, and hope you found the video a little bit interesting. Plenty more to come in the future, and got a couple of big ones to come as well very, very soon. So please click the subscribe button, little notification bell as well. And there'll be another podcast coming very soon as well. I had a little break over Christmas and everything. So, oh yeah, and Happy New Year. And I shall see you soon for another video. Take care. Bye.